after a 2-year physical hiatus by organizing a virtual IGEM in 2020 and 2021. Those successful numbers speak volumes, with the green industry striving to move out of the doldrum towards economic recovery. However, success alone will not without the sheer effort and the teamwork of our ministry. MIDA as our strategic partner, Madrid our business matching partner for incorporating the business engagement programs and promoting MDTC's agenda, services and products with government incentives to boost the green venture prospects and attract both foreign and domestic investments. And not forgetting the exhibitors and conference partners for their utmost commitment to ensure the success of IGEM 2022 in offering industry insights while creating conversations in mitigating climate change issues that we are now confronting globally. We would also like to thank our list of sponsors for making IGEM 2022 a resounding success. Without them, IGEM 2022 would not have accomplished its goal. As a Malay proverb goes, terima kasih Dr. Lenny, tahun ini hurufkan lagi. InsyaAllah, we welcome all sponsors to support IGEM 2023. And I'm confident that the relationship we have developed will lead to new vast ground of endless possibilities for continued global economic recovery and sustainable growth. Ladies and gentlemen, at last year's IGEM, we introduced a new premier flagship, the International Electric Mobility Motor Show, which featured top EV enterprises exhibiting the latest EV models, new generation electrification technologies, innovative products and solutions, and to eager audience. The showcase allows EV enthusiasts to see what EV offers, including motorcycles, motorbikes, bicycle, passenger cars, buses, trucks, scooters, vans, residential, commercial EV charging station, with disruptive ideas and innovative technologies. It will nonetheless be a long journey, but as IGEM, we want to see the International Electric Mobility Showcase can rival Frankfurt and Detroit Motor Show, but the emphasis towards showcasing electric mobility. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm also pleased to inform that MTTC celebrate its Silver Jubilee this year, its 25th anniversary. Over the past 25 years, we have tasked with leading the nation's effort in promoting green lifestyles, reducing greenhouse gas emission, and green economic growth, which alhamdulillah have been progressing very well. Over the years, we have been the catalyst for green growth by producing 3 important national policies, particularly the National Green Technology Policy, the National Climate Change Policy, and Green Technology Master Plan, which defines MTTC's role as a promoter for green commercial growth. We have seen growing interest in solutions to mitigate our climate concern over the past 25 years. We want to continue these dialogues as we aspire to achieve greater heights to mitigate climate change and progress towards a new green economy. Ladies and gentlemen, to conclude, we look forward to IGEM 2023. We will continue our efforts and commitment to showcase the latest development in green technology and eco-friendly solutions, encourage the regional exchange of knowledge, ideas and innovation, and help the nation to achieve the 2050 net zero greenhouse gas target. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Technologist Baharu, for the insightful speech. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to welcome Yang Berhormat Tuan Nik Nazmi Nik Ahmad, Minister of Natural Resources, Environment and Climate Change, to deliver his keynote address. The floor is yours, Yang Berhormat.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, selamat pagi. Yang berhormat Datuk Seri Wang Tiong Si, Deputy Minister of Natural Resources, Environment and Climate Change, Yang berbahagia Datuk Rosli Isa, Secretary General NRDCC, Technologist Shamsul Bahar Ahmad Noor, CEO Malaysian Green Technology and Climate Change Corporation MGTC, esteemed sponsors and partners, members of the media and distinguished guests. Alhamdulillah, we are able to gather here, and I would like to extend a hearty welcome to all our guests, including our sponsors and friends from the media. Thank you all for joining us on this auspicious day. It gives me great pleasure to announce that we will again host the International Greentech and Eco Products Exhibitions and Conference Malaysia, or more known as IGEM, this year. IGEM 2023 will take place from 4th to 6th October 2023 at the KL Convention Centre with the theme Race Towards Net Zero Leadership for Climate Action. Ladies and gentlemen, IGEM is Southeast Asia's leading trade event for green technologies and eco-solutions. It is a platform for solution providers and green energy businesses to tap into the fast-expanding ASEAN market by showcasing the latest innovations to policymakers, government organizations, investors, and the public. The event will consist of technology sharing, in-depth discussions, business, networking opportunities, and unique workshops to enable participants to grasp better the impact of climate change and Malaysia's sustainability goals. Through IGEM, our ministry is embracing innovation and new technology as the cornerstones of Malaysia's quest for a sustainable future. The event will facilitate stimulating discussions about green technology with global business leaders and work to promote green business opportunities and sustainable business practices. Indeed, we see IGEM as a means to put technology at the forefront of the nation's sustainability strategy. Over the years, IGEM has successfully generated close to 30 billion ringgit in business leads since its initiation in 2010. Today, it has attracted attendance of over 500,000 visitors, including delegates, dignitaries, and companies from 70 countries. Ladies and gentlemen, indeed, it should be noted that IGEM 2022 yielded 4.25 billion ringgit in business leads with 33,150 visitors from 77 countries. It featured over 370 exhibitors with 15 conference sessions with industry leaders providing the best practices and industry insights across the 3-day event. I congratulate the team involved, and I hope last year's successes will be replicated this year. We hope to see an increased participation from the public and private sectors for the 2023 IGEM, given how important the environment and addressing climate change is to our future. For this year's IGEM, we should at least get 4 billion ringgit in business leads. Not too difficult since last year we got 4.25 billion. And we look forward to welcoming more exhibitors from Malaysia and other countries. Let me take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to our sponsors, Petronas, and Vision Digital, Taiwan Excellence, UOB, Malakoff and Samaiden, and Green Energy powered by TNB, Tenaga Nasional Berhad. We sincerely appreciate your steadfast support. We hope these partnerships will continue in the years to come. On a personal note, the 2023 edition will be my maiden IGEM as the Minister for NRDCC, so it will be an especially meaningful conference, and I am honored to be a part of it. I think it would not be remiss of me now to say a few things about the NRDCC agenda this year and moving forward. NRDCC is the merger from CASA, the Ministry of Environment and Water, and KETSA, the Ministry of Energy and Natural Resources. This development is appropriate and even necessary as it provides a comprehensive and holistic governance approach to managing our nation's environment, water, energy, climate change, and natural resources. Most importantly, as one ministry, we can synergize in improving policies and decision making, as all these key components are under one roof now. Indeed, it should be noted that the first pillar of Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim's Malaysia Madani is sustainability. To me, this highlights the unity government's commitment to protecting Malaysia's environmental heritage, securing its energy security, and addressing climate change through a just transition. Towards this end, the realization of Malaysia's aspiration to achieve net zero greenhouse gas emissions earliest by 2050 will be known through the development of Malaysia's long-term low emissions development strategies, or LTLEDs. This is where the visualization of long-term ambitions and planning will be made much clearer, and where both the public and private sectors will need to work closely to reduce our economy-wide emissions. My team at NRECC and I are likewise looking into revising and strengthening existing policies to orient Malaysia to the right path in combating climate change. This includes developing the NDC Roadmap and Action Plan, which charts the actions needed to achieve Malaysia's climate action goals. Although Malaysia's contribution to the global greenhouse gas emissions is only 0.69%, the government is firmly committed to addressing and implementing climate actions to reduce the nation's carbon emissions. We are seeking to achieve our net zero GHG emissions target while balancing the needs of the economy and the welfare of the rakyat. Our goal is to identify and encourage affordable solutions that benefit the masses even in the face of economic uncertainties. We are firmly committed to upholding the UNFCCC tenets of equity and common but differentiated responsibilities concerning capabilities in all aspects. As mentioned earlier, the NDC, or Nationally Determined Contributions Roadmap and Action Plan, and our LTLEDs, which will determine our path towards net zero GHG emissions, will be among my top priorities as Minister. I want to leave behind a better future, starting with solid policies that will continue through the decades. Currently, my ministry is also focused on the following: to seek through the enactment of a Climate Change Act, to take the lead in seeking solutions to climate change issues, and to make future environmental impact assessments, or EIA studies, more transparent. My ministry will step up efforts to combat plastic pollutions, including via the Malaysia Plastic Sustainability Roadmap 2021-2030 that is currently being implemented across sectors. Several mechanisms, including engaging with state governments regarding the implementation of pollution charges for single-use plastic usage, as well as the introduction of Extended Producer Responsibility, or EPR. The EPR will mandate that product manufacturers be responsible for further enhancing product design and processes to prevent plastic waste from ending in landfills or in the environment. Furthermore, I'm pleased to report that our excellent collaboration with local councils through the MGTC in the Low Carbon Cities 2030 Challenge has reduced 209,213 tons of carbon dioxide in 2022 alone, with 24 local councils participating. I would like to see this program continue annually, with more local authorities participating and having a more significant impact in the future. I am also pleased to announce that the government has provided 35 million ringgit in grants to local councils to apply green technology. The priority of the unity government today is to address the cost of living, the domestic economy, job opportunities, minimum salary, and people's housing. In this regard, the National Action Council on Cost of Living, or NACOL, chaired by the Prime Minister on 13 December, decided that there would be no increase in electricity tariff in Peninsular Malaysia for all domestic users, micro and small enterprises, and medium as well as agricultural activities. However, as part of the efforts for energy transition, we also significantly increase the tariff for high and medium voltage non-domestic users. Additionally, the Prime Minister has announced that the revised budget 2023 will have a particular focus on the green economy. This will of course mean more work for us at NRECC, but I welcome the challenge. I should add that I believe that addressing the threats of climate change and meeting sustainability goals should not be seen as purely defensive imperatives. The rapidly expanding green technology industry will help the country's GDP growth, resulting in more high-quality job opportunities for Malaysians. Long-term improvements in Malaysia's quality of life and environmental sustainability will result from this and contribute to the country's continued economic success. This is why we put so much stress to platforms like IGEM and why we hope it will result in new technology and innovation to support future-proofing our nation. IGEM can amplify Malaysia's sustainability drive by introducing new green technology and innovations to pave for a more climate-conscious way of doing business against the backdrop of a recovering economy. The ongoing global economic uncertainties means that Malaysia must be prepared to fortify itself as a pioneer in green technology and a viable destination for investments like this. Hence, some of the things we are doing at the NRECC. I am conscious that via this portfolio, my ministry and I are not responsible only to the public of today, but to the future generations. Our efforts will determine whether we have a country that is worth living in. We will always bear this in mind and approach our work with a sense of urgency worthy of our nation. Ladies and gentlemen, the IGEM 2023 theme is Race Towards Net Zero Leadership for Climate Action. To me, this is a totally apt tagline for our event this year. The fact that most people accept that climate change is a reality. Maybe not Donald Trump, but most people. Also, most countries in the world have adopted policies in one form or another towards addressing its impact, including our own. But what is needed towards making this plans reality is leadership. This is not limited to leadership from the government, but among the GLCs, the private sector, civil society, academia, and the media. We must all do our part in realizing the tough but necessary measures that climate action requires. It cannot and must not be the responsibility of one sector only, or for that matter, one country. We all must be responsible for addressing climate change. It must be shared by the wealthy and less developed countries alike. It is a work that transcends generations, but let us begin in this one. We hope that IGEM 2023 and other efforts can be a catalyst for leadership-driven climate change campaigns as we confront the new realities. We ask everyone, governments, businesses, NGOs, and even the public to undergo a comprehensive transformation. Leadership is needed at every level to help communities and individuals achieve the transformative social, economic, and political changes required to address climate change. The race towards net zero should not be a race to the bottom, but one that uplifts all walks of life towards the creation of economies and societies more sustainable and equitable than previous ones. Before I conclude, let me again extend my gratitude to MIDA, Menteri, NGTC, the related ministries, and all parties involved for their efforts to continuing to organize IGEM. Thank you for supporting green technology to create a more sustainable future. I also hope that more members of the public will attend IGEM 2023. We look forward to all of you being here to support this remarkable event and its goals. It is a long but hopefully ultimately successful journey towards making Malaysia a force in the green technology industry as well as future-proofing our economy and environment. See you at IGEM 2023. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Ahmad, and please remain on the stage for our launch giving. We would also like to invite Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Wang Kiong Si, our Deputy Minister, Yang Berusaha Datuk Rosli Isa, Secretary General and Technologist Shamsul Bahar, CEO of MGTC, to join our Honourable Minister on the stage. The launch gimmick uses a face scanner recognition, so to our Honourable Minister, kindly face the screen on the count of 3, 2, 1. With that, we have officially commenced the soft launch of IGEM 2023. All the VIPs, please remain on stage for the photo session with the media. I invite the YB Minister, Deputy Minister, Secretary General and CEO of MGTC to take their respective seats for the press conference to begin. Thank you everyone for your presence today. While we proceed with the press conference, we'd like to invite all the guests to enjoy the refreshments served outside the hall.
It's ready. Okay, dah. Dah. Okay, alright. So, apa nama? Sebentar tadi kita dah lancarkan soft launch untuk IGEM atau International Greentech and Eco Products Exhibition 2023 yang akan diadakan di Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre 4 sehingga 6 Oktober 2023. Dan tema tahun ini ialah Race Towards Net Zero, Leadership for Climate Action. Dan kita akan fokus tentang prioriti kerajaan untuk mengurangkan impak perubahan iklim dan juga untuk menekankan elemen SDG dan juga ESG untuk semua pihak, sama ada pihak kerajaan, pihak swasta, NGO dan pihak awam untuk memenuhi sasaran negara lah. Jadi tahun lepas IGEM 2022 telah membawa business leads berjumlah 4.25 bilion ringgit dan melibatkan 33,150 pelawat termasuk peserta daripada China, Belanda, Kanada, Korea, Austria dan juga Singapura. Dan tahun ini ya, kita mensasarkan minimum business lead untuk dapat ialah sebanyak 4 bilion ringgit, dan dengan track record yang baik yang kita ada sejak IGEM bermula, maka kita ada keyakinan lah bahawa kita dapat mencapai target tersebut, malah melangkauinya. Okey, ada apa-apa soalan? Any question? We are going through the details at the moment. To be fair, this has been in the works from a few administrations. So we are looking at how we can do it faster without losing, while ensuring that we can be as thorough with it lah. Because once we have this legislation in place, it'll be difficult to amend, and all that will take time. So we want to have a comprehensive legislation, but we also know that it's very urgent to have it. So it's balancing the two parts. So we're not starting from zero, because previous ministers have been working on this. So the ministry, the civil servants are already working on this, but we want to bring it to the completion and to take into account of the latest. I don't think this year lah, but we'll try to, because there are two parts lah, the LT-LETS and then the Climate Change Act. Yeah.
Boleh tak explain semula yang grant 35 million?
Oh, 35 juta. Ya. Ya.
Pada tahun lepas 35 juta telah disalurkan kepada PBT. Sebanyak 150 PBT lah telah diberikan penyaluran tu. Setiap PBT mendapat RM250,000 ya. Dan respon daripada PBT yang menggalakkan apa yang kami sarankan agar PBT itu dia bertumpukan kepada bahan-bahan teknologi hijau itu ditempatkan di mana-mana lah, termasuk penukaran lampu-lampu ke LED, pemasangan rainwater harvesting, pemasangan solar panel. Jadi yang inilah untuk kaedah-kaedah kita dapat menurunkan gas rumah kaca dekat mana-mana.
Apa nama grant tu? Dia ada nama spesifik ke?
Grant
Pemangkin Bandaran
Grant Pemangkin Bandaran Bandar Rendah Kabel.
Grant Pemangkin Bandar Rendah Kabel.
Kira dia diteruskan lagi lah sehingga tahun ni.
InsyaAllah kita teruskan lah. Sebab kita akan InsyaAllah kita akan teruskan. Sebab Perdana Menteri pun letakkan elemen alam sekitar, green economy ni sebagai salah satu fokus dalam belanjawan 2023 yang beliau akan bentangkan dalam sidang parlimen akan datang. Okay.
I would like to ask regarding the electric mobility motor show, which is promoted last year, and this year will be promoting also, and also on the EV. Is there any initiatives to have electric charging ecosystem for the nation to work towards getting more expansion on the EV and electric mobility sector?
Yeah, currently I think we are working with a few agencies on that. On the EV incentives, what do you call that? I believe we put our submissions to the Ministry of Finance for the budget 2023. Not just from our side, but I believe from MITI side as well. But of course, we understand that in order to scale it up, you need the ecosystem. So the charging system is an important part of it, and we are engaging with various parties to extend that part.
So it will be there will be announcement on this
to scale up the charging system and all that. Yeah, because it involves a few ministries, but definitely, I mean, electrification is the focus lah. We have to transition from what do you call that, from the traditional vehicles that we have now, yang powered by diesel or petroleum, the internal combustion engines, and then so to have that transition, we have to have that charging system in place throughout the country. And I think one of the things that we're already seeing it being implemented in our highways, trial basis, by TNB, by Gentari and various other players lah. So I think for Malaysia it's easy to do, because we are especially Peninsular, because we are a small country relatively, to achieve that thing. Not. I don't think that will be announced in this budget lah. But that one is something that we are consider more in the medium term for carbon tax and carbon credits and all that.
Regarding the real sand mining in Perak, you have stated that you are working into it. So is there any updates on that?
Not yet. We are getting the full report, and then we will follow up with action accordingly lah, based on the report. Okay.
Lebih nak tanya tentang kewujudan amonia dalam Sungai Selangor.
Okay.
Adakah pihak Kerajaan ada berbincang atau bekerjasama dengan pihak Kerajaan negeri untuk bagi memastikan pencemaran amonia di dalam Sungai Selangor ini tidak menjadi teruk pada masa akan datang?
Secara spesifik kita tak ada bincang tentang perkara tu. Cuma beberapa minggu lepas hari Jumaat saya ada buat lawatan kunjungan hormat ke Menteri Besar Selangor, dan antara perkara yang kita bincangkan dan Selangor juga minta sokongan daripada pihak Kerajaan Persekutuan ialah tentang soal pertama ialah soal menambah margin air untuk negeri Selangor, dan sebab dia berkaitan, bila ada pencemaran dia ada impak besar sekarang sebab margin air di Selangor tu mungkin agak rendah lah secara relatifnya. Jadi itu satu perkara yang penting. Tapi kedua ialah juga daripada bagaimana menjaga atau penguatkuasaan di kawasan-kawasan lembangan sungai. Itu juga satu perkara yang penting. Jadi Kerajaan negeri juga sedar tentang perkara tersebut, dan kita akan menerusi SPAN. Kita akan tengok apa yang kita boleh bekerjasama lah untuk membantu inisiatif itu.
Dan dari segi margin tu yang masuk IB tu, penambahan air ada spesifik berapa banyak air jumlah ke apa?
Secara ni tak ada lagi, tapi ada beberapa wishlist lah tentang loji-loji air. Ada yang dalam proses pembikinan dan ada juga beberapa cadangan. Jadi itu yang kita akan dan ada yang termasuk tu yang kita letak dalam senarai prioriti lah untuk peringkat Kerajaan Pusat.
Jagaan dalam masa terdekat atau kita tengok dalam keadaan?
Dia akan yang dah dalam proses dia ada garis masa dia, tapi saya ingat yang baru nak start tu dia akan makan masa sedikit lah, sebab dia projek yang melibatkan loji air ni bukan projek yang kecil tapi projek skala besar. Okay.
Alright, thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I announce the end of our soft launch of IGEM 2023. Once again, on